James always wanted to be the caster. Always wanted more airtime. Rich, we gotta keep 'em calm. That lot, they get a little too much room on the air. We should cut that down. Let's just go to an ad break and then get right back into the game. I think.
He keeps kind of baiting. He's tried it on Toby, baited him in for a question, then just left him hanging, and does the same with Martin. Asks him a question, then just baits him in, and then it's like, no, I'm just gonna take that away from you, like. James, what is it? Is this bad James we're starting to see? Is this some kind of evil and cruelty from James?
Evil James, that's it.
It's the sun. It does it to ginger people. From experience here, you get a little bit of sun. It's like, oh, anger, pain, anger.
My lordy. Right, we are on Erangel, and I'm happy to be seeing it. Yes, yesterday's circle was a beauty. It was something to behold. I love that end game. Yes, I'm sure the players absolutely hated it, but for me, it's exciting, and I like a bit of excitement. Now, what I want to be looking at is, where's Na'Vi? Interesting drop. A little bit further, quite further towards the west than normal. Better luck next time have been encroaching on their territory, on a relatively consistent basis. We're seeing a couple of scuffles early on. Tempest getting quite close to Liquid, for example. They're just swinging past, I think, but you can see the shots coming out. Excuse me, it's Tornado Energy. Tempest are across the road. They're in the bigger compound. But a lot of teams opting to stay south of Yasnaya here. Not many people believing in the northern shifts. We've seen a few of them. Razor Edge benefited from that South Stalber side during the group stage. That was pretty prevalent for them. K-Mine being knocked early. Wookie Bookie handy with the bolties and the kind of DMRs out there. So, oh wait, whoa! Are they crashing this?
They crashed this.
Tornado Energy. That's very brave. James is super low. He might just get flushed. Melman's just got a double. That's insane work. What has just happened? Liquid surely just didn't expect this. Surely they were just thinking, no way are they actually crashing this. And they just flooded over. I've never seen anything like this. This is just incredible aggression from Tornado Energy. K-Mine tries to push. Melman just says no. You do not see that often.
There was a fair amount of damage on the pull-up with the vehicle outside the back of it, which forced one of the players back. They were already sticking the res.
So Batulin's getting a couple of shots towards him, but he didn't seem that fussed, but he's just fallen back towards his team. Na'Vi are just about in, but this is a really horrible position to be in. It's not where they would have wanted at all. It's not your first choice of fate. Oh, if only he could have dodged it, it would have been brilliant. But he does get one with him, but he's gone down for all that trouble. And is closing in right on ELG and Razor Edge. These two teams have everything they need here.
Kind of look at that vehicle that run straight into him and actually crush him against the wall and knocked into the side. There's a potential for a res there. We shall see. Na'Vi, for everything that's happened to him, they're still on the feed and they're still taking names. Itzy down, confirmed dead. Base Clan have to rush to the assistance of the players on the backside that are getting tanked up, though. A big nade from Senya. Stops Gustav. They'll try and confirm him just to stop any information being passed on to the rest of the team. That's all he is at the moment, just a sniffer dog. Give some info. Smokes are up. But the problem with this location, I like it. I'm a big fan. I've played it in a couple of games. You can really do some damage off the back of it, but it's very exposed to downwind. If you're not careful, you go up, you're cresting, you're just going to silhouette like a bad man. But you have this like sandbag area, which is just, it magnetizes for grenades. If Na'Vi turn up with nades, Fuzz is just bottlenecked. He's in a funnel. It depends how much utility they have. They need to get to him first. If he plays proactive and maybe shoots downhill, but he does have 3 players looking at him, it's going to be so overbearing.
Nice a break to show up in chat. Kind of you to take a break from Tarkov, mate. Welcome back to PUBG. We will be seeing who makes it out of that. I still watch his streams, I have to mute it, but, it's quite interesting action at least. Na'Vi holding on to the very edge. I mean, I have to turn the brightness up on my monitor. I can barely see anything. It's pretty rough out there. I mean, Northern Lights going to go for the full send from the east. They're moving right next towards Razor Edge, and I think the FaZe had a similar idea. They're pretty close behind them. They're all kind of moving in a very similar fashion, these teams. The south side yet to fully commit to the new circle. Tempest down there and some Tornado Energy. And yeah, I'm looking at the north. Omicron, do they still have 4 or are they down to 3?
I'm only seeing
They're
3
down
at
to
the
3.
moment, unless someone's gone
Yeah.
for a big wild flank. They may be down to 2 if he doesn't catch Squeaky's position. We'll have to be aware of that. Not really seeing much from ELG at the moment. I must say I've not seen much of the kill feed. Curse of the caster again. Here we go. All right, that's all you needed. Some encouragement. Shiv, Monkey, they fall simultaneously. Shiv's confirmed, and Monkey will also feel the same fate. They can find another one. They clear the mid. If they can get him out of here, that's a really good amount of position. They do. It's doable. Definitely doable.
I just don't have faith yet. I mean, they should. They have no reason not to make this work, right? Like, this is the game. This is the one that should be the big difference maker. Gaxi flushed out. This is 3 kills now. This is where it all builds up. The circle is cloned in on them. It's just worked out perfectly. Now, you do have Razor Edge's final player, Nailip, still kind of down on the plateau between them and Northern Lights. Northern Lights a little bit too preoccupied and worried about, Tornado Energy, Na'Vi, which is completely warranted. I don't blame you for being more worried about them. TSM slowly building in the northwest. They still have 4 players standing. They might come across Omicron or potentially Ents, but they're slowly building into this. Na'Vi, how are they holding on to this, Rich? I really don't know. They've been put through every single, hurdle, and they're still with 3 players alive. It's quite surprising.
They're playing Edge. They're in home territory. This is their play style. Nobody behind them. No one to worry about. Full focus on the job at hand. That's one of the benefits, I suppose, if there are any, to playing Edge, is that you don't have to really worry about anyone. And they work so well as a unit that every angle's covered. They don't necessarily have to worry too much about third party. We don't see them going down in huge scenarios. It's mainly the opposite way. Well, they're joining into a fight at the right time. Northern Lights are trying to body block here for Batulans. Cars are up, smokes are down. TSM keeps on going.
Nice.
Another frag on the board.
This is good. This is big from TSM.
Well, it clears this side more importantly, so it gives them something to work for in the circle, right? If they, Squeaky is still laying there. Let's not forget about him. He could be a pain in the backside and just show his hand any given moment.
Yeah,
doing this gives them the northern edge of the circle.
Yeah, win condition wise, if they get past Squeaky clean, and then they can focus on their fight towards Adepts, then they're potentially in a really good position to go quite late game, but they haven't checked on Squeaky. I still see him alive here. Na'Vi playing the low ground, this little bit of a dip is keeping them safe, and Squeaky's seen this, so he's probably going to insta-flush some of these players. Miraku's not on his own, but he's pretty far from the others, so he's looking like a very tantalizing morsel for Squeaky to get if he can. That's a point, but then they're out of the top 10 here, so maybe waiting to get some placement and then get into it. Squeaky can just kind of like prone forward a little bit, creep into that new circle. Adepts haven't been spotted either, so TSM might have some mystery. Oh my lord, Miraku, of course you see that.
What?
How? Was his spidey senses tingling? What's going on? Whatever it was, it worked out. Now Adepts are the next challenge, Rich, and they are very close by.
Yeah, but they have the man advantage. 2 versus 4. It's going to be difficult no matter which way you cut it. Tunde also falling will be make it that much more harder. Noki can get ahead of the game if he really wants to and run downwind of this, but it's who picks him up first, who eats the man alive. There's red zone down below, TSM up top. TSM have a good, 30, 35, maybe even 40% of the map that they control. Just because of red zone's position, they're all the way up against the Y in that compound, but they're obscured from vision. No, they can't see anybody up north just because of that hill that's behind them. They're stuck on a plateau. But Tulins goes down. Always feels good seeing ELG in the kill feed. It's what we want. It's what we want to see. The problem for ELG is we have the wild, wild west behind them. And when I say that, it's EIQ. It's the wild boys. It's absolutely throw all caution to the wind, throw all utility forward, and hope for the best. Like, they can shoot. That's kind of what's scary. They can shoot, but they also just absolutely do not give a single F to who it is in front of them. They play with so much confidence, it's scary.
Here we go. You've got the first knock coming in. Vac's gone down, and it's Entropic building up a little bit here. Getting closer by. With the smokes up, that gives them cover to move up. Double's done exactly that. He's going to get closer. And oh no, ELG, you barely scraped into the top 10. We wanted late game from you guys. We wanted a little bit more. Oh, Hawkey, 1 HP. He does that to them through the window. Wow, okay, now keep in mind TSM are getting vision, Northern Lights are getting vision. This isn't a clean fight, it's a third-party fight. Na'Vi have 2 players back on their feet. They had a little bit of a scuffle themselves. Redline moved up from the south. TSM sweeping from the north further down, but it's still Senya trying to keep things going in the right way. But he's getting overwhelmed, he's getting overpeaked, he's getting overdone, and Na'Vi had struggles at the very start, and it never got easy for them at all. But now, ELG are just about staying alive here. Molly's coming in, everything's there. Gaxie's burning, he's gone into the Molly himself. Careful, Gaxie, I think he's desperate for some bullets and some bits and pieces, because I know he was very light on ammo at one point, so he could be really hoping he can get some off that body there. But while this happens, Northern Lights just fully focus towards that western side. The northeast red zone, the southeast red line, Northern Lights in the south, and in the west, ELG and EIQ.
And while that's all going down, TSM's allowed to reposition. They leave Ira up north just to keep a track on where teams will be flooding down if there is anybody that wants to take a bit of a wild run. I wouldn't expect it given Red Zone's position. Having that compound, they're playing a little bit passive and staying stationary. And understandably so. Ghostar and Gaxie back on the feet and ready to take a fight. Punishment may come through here for double. He's a fragger in his own right, but this time it doesn't come forward. He falls, he goes down. Gaxie is knocked. The smokes are there to try and defend him. Maybe TSM just utilize him as bait for now. Let Ghostar try and go for the revive. Smokes will plume and then he can wander through. Nope, no chance. It comes down to Ghostar. Last man standing. Not many frags. But at least they're into the top 5. It's a start.
Now let's look at what's happening here. Redline are getting very interested in what Northern Lights are up to. They're pushing on this one. They saw the focus towards ELG, and they're going to try and capitalize on that. TSM put 3 players towards this position. They've shifted a lot of their resources down towards that area. But this opens up room for Red Zone up towards the northeast. So yeah, Redline right now going to try and capitalize on Northern Lights being a little bit split up and obviously down to very few numbers. They maybe overextended, got caught on that plateau that they had to secure. But Fexx knows what's going on. This is TSM with 10 kills. This is them coming in late and then just going off in the north. But now they have to be careful. Iro's probably spotted Red Zone, getting a little bit curious, getting a little bit invested into this. There's the final member of Northern Lights going down. So Redline have control of the south here. Ghostar's still alive, so holding on for dear life here, trying to get towards a higher end position, and that's not bad. Top 4, top 5? Okay, a couple more kills, that's better. That is much better than they've been doing so far. TSM, though, have committed towards the side. Eyes on Iro. He's not even on the screen right now. He's way towards the top. He's about to get a lot of pressure. If he goes down without a trade, this could be problematic for TSM. They might have just kind of traded positions with Red Zone.
There is a saving grace in the fact that it gives them information. The trade initial one is there, so it turns it into a 3 versus 3. If they can deny the res, maybe wrap further, get an angle behind that tree. Christ, if they actually see the guy going for the res and sticking it at atomical falls, then it's into a 2 versus 3, and this whole thing falls apart potentially. Oh, Blue's here as well.
Oh,
Insta-knock, rather unfortunate.
But denies points, at least.
There is that. Yeah, there is that. Vard knows it as well. No info just yet. Catches him. Scrapes him just on the backside. Atomical finding from the blue. Does go down to it as well, so maybe TSM get another denied point. Nope, not this time around. They do confirm it. 12 kills. Seen some high-flagging games so far. Redline, they're just making their approach. You got actually, I like this. The 2-2 split. Yes, sometimes splits can be a bit sketchy to the latter stages of the game, but with the ground that they cover and the fact that there's nobody behind them, they can set up a full sweep of this circle and realize what all the players are. The only thing is the height advantage. TSM control that, especially with the trees.
Ibis and QBE don't care much about Red Zone's high ground, but you're right. It's Fexx and the boys above who are the bigger problem, but still, this has to be clean for Redline, and it's not so far. Losing out on QBE kind of eliminates the strength of that split, but look at these 12 kills as well. So many high kill games. Now, with Red Zone going down, we're into quite a fun situation. 4 alive for Redline, 3 standing for TSM. But look at this play. Look at this position. No vest, but a 3 helmet. Trying to use this off angle, and it's worked. It finds Miraku, and now the gates are open. TSM, once you respond, they get a tag, but he's using the hill as great cover here. Molotov goes in. We can see if he can TSM catch him. He's got to do this quick. TSM want to eliminate this one player before the rest of the pack turn up, and they've done it. Now they need to turn on a dime and get ready for the rest of the players coming their way. They know where they're coming from as well. It's Vard and it's Fexx to try and hold back 3. Iva's taking the high ground with QBE and Marv being the center point here. They're going to try and focus towards the top, and Vard's done 1. That's Iva's gone. Huge work from TSM. Molly's now coming in. Where's Marv in all this? There we go. A little bit of attention comes towards them. Fexx now has to try and bail out his buddy. He has to try and help out Vard here, and he's done exactly that. Marv goes down, insta-flush, and now just one player stands, QBE. Can he get the res in time, or is this a little too risky? Fexx is going for the low ground flank. He's trying to get some ground gained here, and he might get a whole lot of vision. He just did the jump. He might have just seen them, because they certainly saw him, and Fexx is lighting it up. What a end from TSM, and what a play from Fexx. 17 kills from TSM. Couldn't ask for more.
All my life I want money and power, respect my mind, no die from last shot. I pray my dick get big as the Eiffel Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn, I feel amazing. Damn, I'm in the matrix. My mind is living on cloud 9, and this 9 is never on vacation. Start up that Maserati.